Right, good morning guys and girls. Right, so I'll pick the camera up and just go through things what I'm going to be doing this morning on the pond. I'm going to be taking it through out, doing a scrape, because I've got the crashy koi just here. This one has got a nasty bang on its back at the top there for some reason. I don't know if it's from feeding frenzy, from feeding like crazy, or from flashing. I did see one jump out of the water yesterday, one or two bit of fish flashing, so I just thought for peace of mind get some out and do a scrape, just to make sure there is nothing other than food related, because sometimes they do flash after food. The big Chiba down there, Chiba, they were flashing quite a few times yesterday, so I thought if I pick some of the small ones up and have a look, see if we can do a scrape and see if there's anything. I hate doing scrapes, I hate messing about with them, but I'm a crack on to get this done before the feed goes off in between. So I'll give it an hour, then I'll scrape 2 or 3 fish so you can see anything. I don't know about you guys and girls, but the temperature has chuffing dropped again. We're up and down like a yo-yo with temperature. It's like, I don't know, early spring, beginning winter, whatever it is. It's not very warm out here, it's a bit cold. Lucky enough I am heated, so I don't have that problem, but I tried to think what the lecture build's going to be like when it comes in. I have ordered a plug thing that you plug into your socket. You plug your plug in and you set it to how much per kilowatt, and then give me a rough idea how much the heater is costing me. So what I'm going to do is crack on with that and ball a few up. That's great. If I can pick the camera up, I will do, and maybe not. Let's just see. They don't look mucusy, they do look alright. This one's a bit, don't know, he's not really feeding quite well. I don't know what's up with this one, he's just not, he's swimming round alright, it just seems like he's not feeding the rest of the gang, but we'll see anyway. But to me personally, I think they do look alright. It may be just me jumping in and thinking I need to scrape. But anyway, to pick some of the small ones up and see how they go. Trouble when you're heating at 24cc, 24 degrees, tend to be, they're very active and more lively, so prone to jump and do bits and bobs. So I'll get all set up and get this painless cycling out of the way. If I come across anything, I'll treat it accordingly, and I'll get back to you if I find anything. But yeah, thanks guys. Right, I have my trusted microscope set up. A ball here, transfer my fish into a ball via net and sock, and slide and cover slip, ready to scrape. They must know what's going on because they're all heading towards the back, hiding out of the way. So yeah, we'll get this done. Don't want to do it, but we'll get it done anyway. So I'm going to pick on this little one here, little common carp. Get him up and have a look at him first. I'll pick up the camera in a minute guys. Now there you go guys. Ball this little ghost carp, common carp, not what it is. Oh, and have a look. About 35 cents for that. I had this one really small. So yeah, I'm gonna get this scraped, put back in. It'll be out too long, so I'll let you know what the results are. Right, there you go. Try to fill it best I can, but as you can see, we have bloody flukes. I think they're body flukes. With the young inside or eggs inside. No, young inside, body flukes, I think. Anyway, one out of it, don't matter. So what I shall do now is I need to scrape the crashy koi and get out a little bit, treatment on top of its head, just a bit iodine, and then what I'll do is tackle a PP treatment, I think, and then hit it with a fluke treatment. I could probably hit him straight with a fluke treatment because they're not very mucousy. I think I may hit him with a PP treatment. Decisions. Anyway, I'll get the other crashy koi out. We shall have a look from there as well. So obviously there is flukes. I'm hoping I might have got away being parasite free this year, but anyway, we haven't, so the auto feed just gone off as well. I'll take a least 10 o'clock. Instead of wasting food. I'll save that. As well, so I'll just save it for the time being. I need to up my feed a bit because I'm not getting much. So, right, get this last one done. Bit of tamidine on it, and then right folks, we're finding fluke. So what I'm going to do to tackle this is you could do it two ways. Even put your fluke treatment in like fluke chem or whatever. I'm not using fluke chem, this is a spare bit what I've got. It's probably no good. Yeah, it's our day that anyway, there's no much chucking fluke chem. So anyway, what I'm going to tackle first is PP. PP stuff, I can't pronounce the word, any PP. I have hydrogen peroxide to neutralise it in case any issues, any problems. I shan't tell you what dosage I put in mine because I don't want to use this as a tutorial video, but I do dose more than what's in a packet just to make sure. So what I'll do is run that in some hot water, leave it 20 minutes for an air stone in, and then gradually put it through my filter, leave it for a minimum 3-4 hours, neutralise it with hydrogen peroxide if I need to be, and tomorrow I shall hit them with these. Is a prazotine. To get 100% dissolved rate, use the following ratio. So 1 gram of prazotine and 1 ml of formula, 1 ml of water, mix well into running water for it. So these are off from a guy called Duncan Griffin. He has got his own website, I think called the Chemistry Factory or Koi Factory, I can't remember the names anyway. I did order a packet, and this is a bit spare to start with, a while ago, brand new, never opened it. I'm glad I've got that, so I shall go onto his site. I will order some more. If I can remember the website, I'll put it in the description below. Also, I use what's called ICC. It's similar to maltite green, you would say, like Kisuri maltite green. It is probably same colour as that, but it's just got a green dye in it. This is his own brand of making, we call it maltite green, but it's not maltite green. This is his own brand of making similar to that. And this one is what treats for white spot, costia and chardonnella. Salt up to 6%. I think you can do without salt. And then dose 25ml to 500 gallons every other day until symptoms disappear, dissolve. Salt is directional but not essential. You should do it after salt with this stuff. It does kind of help as well. So yeah, this is what I use as well, because I find in this stuff it's probably your watered down version, watered down stuff, and this stuff is more stronger, more neater, and it seems to do the trick with getting rid of costia and white spot and stuff like that. So basically, what do you need to treat the parasites? So basically, what you need for parasites is maltite green for costia, white spot and chardonnella with formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is more or less a stripping agent, I think, to strip the mucus and help maltite green to work. Then PP is for trichodina. PP at good really high dosage will kill all parasites, but to a certain point. But I use PP for trichodina. And then you want your fluke M, anything like that, or Prazotine, and you probably find it's some flubazole, I can't pronounce it, flubazoles base, or Prazotine base as well. So yeah, I am waffling on a bit, but this is what your main essential you need for keep your fish healthy. I do use sodium phosphate to make a solution to help take out, say, chlorine in the water. But if you have a big blue like I have, you don't really need that. That's always there handy as well. I have to mix a stock up of that as well while I'm mixing this up. So I've got that to neutralise, and this to handy as well to neutralise as well. Bit of clay, fluke. So I might use some of this after as well, just to like a regeneration reboost. I might attempt to get some more booster bacteria for the filter, just to enable the bacteria, the filter, because it might knock it back a bit. But anyway, I don't like using PP, but the joys. But this is the joy for adding over space, so many weeks, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish. So it's going to be expected to bring something in, or have something there, and it could trick. Well, that's a trick, but it can trigger parasites off, because parasites could always be there in your pond. I've get up trying to work out where they come from, how they get to the pond, because even people with indoor ponds, they have parasites. Where they come from, I ain't got a clue. So they must always be there in your water. Just if your fish have got really good immune systems, then they keep them at bay. So God knows where they come from wildlife, birds fetch them in, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so I am waffling on a bit. So if you get a stressed fish, new fish come in that's stressed, that can cause problems. I didn't think there were any issues with any parasites as such, because I had Shiro in there. What had marks from jumping from net to ball, and it healed up without touching it, so I didn't think there would be anything, but anyway there is. So I'm going to mix this up and get this put in, so I shall see you in a bit, guys. So right, because I've netted a few fish up and given them a scrape and bits and bobs, so what I'm doing is just rinsing my nets and sock out in some water. I use Vercom, just trying to still keep things clean as best we can, stop any nastiness or anything. It don't kill parasites, but it just disinfecting balls and stuff I've used, so any bacteria or any should be on there. I'll keep it down, clean it. I always try and keep a good clean protocol. That's when I'm doing anything. The PP's ready to back go in it. It is frothing away, it's still warm. So what I'm going to do is back flush the bottom drain and the drum out as best I can. I turn my protein skimmer off. I'm going to find a cap to cap that and keep that capped, and then I'm going to go through, have a look, see how bad we are. Like I said, mainly clean drum out, so I shan't show you that because you know how to clean your filters, don't you? So get all in there, get it clean out best I can, and then go from there. Right, so it, guys. Right, there you have it, folks. PP's going in. I'm putting it through the bio chamber. So it mixes in really well. I might attempt to pour some over the shower as well, just to make sure if there's any nastiness out in there, it will get them. So I'll take the lid off that and pour some that in. I won't show you because it's going to be a quick in and out job. Before I get through circling all the way through the system and see how we go with this. So get back to you when the treatment's done. Right, guys, a little job I'm going to be doing. If you can quite see, I'm just cleaning my bio chamber out, because yes, these aren't completely maintenance free, and you think plugging one of these in a drum filter and a bio chamber, test KSN and just clean that out now and again, but you are totally wrong. They are not maintenance clean, not maintenance free, sorry. So you get bits and build up in cords and crap. So it's something I'm going to be doing. Just trying to get rid of all the K1. I use one of these little sieve type things for getting rid of most of the K1. And there's quite a lot of K1 in here. God knows how much is actually in there, but quite a good bit. So yeah, I did a PP treatment yesterday on the system. I got to about an hour and a half to 2. Then I had to bandage it because I had to go and rescue my father-in-law because he broke down. To tow him back. I wasn't very happy because I'm busy doing this treatment, so I couldn't dare leave it, so I had to neutralise it with hydroperoxide and leave it. But I'm hoping it's got a good hour and a half to kill all the organisms in pond and ready for the fluke treatment I'm going to put in next. So I'm going to get this vacuumed out best I can gets back in, because I don't want a good bacteria dying off on that. So I'll catch them in, guys. So right, the protein is in for the flukes. I mixed 10 grams per 1,000 gallons on my system, then 10 ml of formula add to this per 1,000, and then 10 ml of water. And this is what I mix in my system, so don't use this as a tutorial. Don't say, well, I told you to mix it like that. I have not told you not to mix it like anything. It's what I mix in my system, so what you do on your system, that's totally up to you, how you work stuff out, but this is how I mix it on mine. Stir this 5 minutes and make it to a runny paste. Really good stir. And then I need to bypass the drum so I don't take it out of the water as well. The only downside in having a pond a really decent big size like my pond, 3,100 gallons, is it'll cost you morning treatment. So one packet of Pradotine, what I've got off Duncan Griffin, one pack probably does one treatment. So I'm going to need a minimum 2, because I want to kill the flukes, and then any eggs are young in a matter of days. So I'm going to see how that goes. The only downside to it is having a shower on is they can get in there and they can be in there, so you can be nightmare getting rid of them. Same with Trichodina. If you look back on a previous video I've done, I had a nightmare getting rid of Trichodina one year. I had to strip all the shower out and soak it in really good strong neat PP, and it cured it, did it? Well, I don't want to be stripping all this out, putting it in any solution, because it's a pain in the bum. So I'm just gonna give this a really good stir, go from there, and ideal would be probably another, I can put it 2 treatments, like another full dose and a half a dose. But hey ho, it's money and it's not cheap. So I'll give that a good stir for 5 minutes into a really runny paste, and then I shall add that to the water. So right folks, there you have it. It is all in. The fluke treatment is in. It does leave like powdery stuff on top of the water. Just that seems to be that's normal, that when you get that. But basically it's a weird product trying to really break down or mix volume water. It's like accepting it, but it's not really mixing really well. But what I did is add some pond water into it and stirred it really well and poured it all over, and eventually dissolving it. Put plenty of oxygen. You might see him doing a lot of flicking and flashing. There may be off food as well. You know what I mean? But it's a bit normal, that, you know what I mean? But I added some more yesterday, and time that comes, then I should put another treatment in probably Sunday when I come back. Being away, I'm away this weekend, and give it a good another mix and go again. Then I may boil and do another scrape just to make sure it has gone. But yeah, it's just it's a norm really, isn't it? So yeah, there's much more to film me on this one. So yeah, I shall end it on this one. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to keep up to date. Any comments, drop them down below, because we are having a slow pace of people watching but not subscribing, so I need more subscribers. But it would be help to help me grow the channel, please. So yeah, I'll catch you on next week video, guys. Bye for now. Bye.